Live Kabbalah is a non-profit organization founded for the distribution of the wisdom of Kabbalah and its values. Learning the original principles of this wisdom can reconnect us with the true values of our society, including the belief in the dignity and freedom of man, democracy, and the freedom of speech.
Hello everyone, this month we're celebrating the month of Adar, which is the month of Pisces. In the biblical calendar, the month of Pisces is the 12th and the last month of the year. The first month is Aries. In the Bible, you read in Exodus, the book of Exodus, chapter 12, in the beginning. So, Pisces is the 12th month. That makes it a very special month because it's the last one. What's special about this month? Because the 12th means the last one. The last one means the bottom. The bottom is, if you learn Kabbalah, is Malchut, the recipient. So, what's so special about it? Everything here is amplified. Now, the month of Pisces is a month of bliss. There's a saying, Mishenichnas Adar Marbim Besimcha. When the month of Adar is coming, this is a time for a lot of joy. Why joy in the month of Adar? Miracles happen in this month. This is the month. In the full moon of this month, we celebrate the holiday of Purim, the miracle of Purim that happened in Persia some 26 centuries ago. The book of Esther is a story of that miracle that happened and connected to the energy of the month of Adar. By the way, the miracle happened, the beginning of this miracle happens in the month of Aries, in Nisan. The manifestation, and that's our secret, is in Adar. Adar is a month of manifestation. What can be manifested? What is the power that can be manifested in this month? Like everything, it's a big power. It has two sides, giving us our free will to choose the dark side or the light side. Now, to understand a little bit about this month, because this is a short explanation, if you want the extended explanation and study, you can learn on the site, either from reading or from listening. Now, the Book of Formation, Sefer Yetzirah by Abraham the Patriarch, says that this month, the month of Pisces, is being ruled by the planet Jupiter. In Hebrew, Tzedek, justice. Now, Jupiter, according to the Book of Formation, Sefer Yetzirah, is the letter Gimel. And Gimel means sharing. Sharing with whom? With the ones who are poor. And the poor is the Dal, Dalet. So Gimel and Dalet, Gomel Dalim, sharing with the poor, is the same letters as Dag, fish, which is the name of this month, the month of the fish. What is the connection? In the Kabbalistic tradition, we know that the fish, and many other traditions by the way, is a symbol of protection from evil eye. The symbol of protection. Why? Because the fish are the symbol of hiding. As the saying is, that there is bliss only in what is covered from the eye. Whatever is exposed does not have bliss anymore. If you really want something to be successful, cover it up. You don't have to go and tell to everyone. As long as it's covered, it's easier to grow. Can you imagine if the belly of a mother, pregnant mother, will be transparent and we will see the child growing within? It won't have the same success of growth. It has to be hidden. It has to be hidden. And that's the nature of the people of Pisces. You never know what's going inside them. They're always secretive. It's like they jump deep into the ocean, and in the depths, nobody can see what's going on. Usually the eyes can tell. You look at somebody's eyes, and the eyes can tell everything that they go through. You look at the eyes of a Pisces, that's one of the ways to tell somebody's a Pisces, you see haze. No entry. Can't go and look inside. That's Pisces. So the letter Gimel is the letter of sharing. Sharing the bliss. And that's why whatever is under the control of the planet Jupiter has that nature of abundance. And the Rabbi Avraham ben David of Poskeres, some 1,000 years ago, wrote a commentary to the Book of Formation, one of the most famous commentaries, and he's saying that Jupiter, the letter Gimel, has the power of peace from the force of Chesed, loving kindness, and he's responsible, that planet is responsible for grace, honesty, justice, humility, and good deeds, good name, and people of good name, loyalty, wisdom of the Torah, and also bliss and success in negotiations. That's why it's a good month for negotiations and starting businesses. And also success in every business, profits and wealth, because he has Jupiter, the money and good hopes, which bring money, of grace, happiness and marriage. And that's why when we go into the month of Pisces, this is a time to rejoice. This is the energy of joy and happiness. When can a person feel joy and happiness? It's when he feels the bliss around him. This is the opportunity to connect to bliss. However, we said there's always free will. Pisces is a month of sensitivity. It's a water sign. And Pisceans are very sensitive. Like all the other water signs, the sensitivity can destroy them, sensitivity can build them and bring them to the top of success. How? When a person is not spiritual and is sensitive, whatever happens, they feel it. You know, when you meet somebody, you ask, how do you feel? And what people do most of the time in our society, they always think about, how do I feel? How do I feel? How do I feel? And when we learn Kabbalah, we understand that when you focus on how do I feel, you're so selfish, you're so self-centered, you are in the end of the chain. And when you connect to the end, you're not connected to the endless, which is the bliss of the creation, the bliss of the Creator, the symbol of the letter Gimel. You're disconnected. The only way to connect to bliss is to be sensitive to others, to feel what they feel. Do not own that. That's selfish. You know, many people think that when I see somebody suffering and I stand by and I feel his misery and I go through the guilt of feeling his misery and I empathize with his misery, then I'm exempt because I feel the misery. No, fool. Don't be a fool. You feel somebody's misery? Get up and do something about it. If two people will become miserable instead of one, just because you empathize with that person, how would the world become a better world? Would guilt help the world to become a better place? Would guilt make you more connected to the light of God? No. So, who needs that? You don't need it. Get rid of it. When you feel somebody else's pain, the first question you have to ask is, what can I do to help that person? To get out of my comfort zone and help. Why did I say comfort zone? The letter Gimel is very dangerous. It gives you always the feel of bliss, and that means you become complacent. You don't move. A lot of Pisceans do not move. They simply don't move. Why should I? I'm connected to the letter Gimel. I'm connected to Jupiter. I feel the bliss in my arteries and my veins and my blood. You want to connect to real bliss? Share. Share it with others. That's the only way that bliss can be manifested. Through actions, through words. Sensitivity has to go from understanding somebody's pain, connecting it to the light, and moving to action. That's the difference between spirituality and stupidity. When you do that, you have power, because you have the energy to move on. In the book of Esther, when Mordecai, hears about a disaster coming, he sits and cries and he mourns. Esther, Queen Esther, sends to him a message, what are you doing? And he says that the disaster is coming. He says, don't waste the time, move, get out, go, get all the Jews together and make them pray and unite and share with each other. Sitting and crying won't help anyone. Big message for Pisceans. The letter that controls, according to the Book of Formation, controls the sign of Pisces, not the planet that controls Pisces. The sign of Pisces is the letter Kuf, which is the only letter in the Hebrew alphabet, the biblical alphabet, that goes under the line. There's a long line, the Kuf has a long leg going under the line, symbolized giving power to the dark side. Why should we give power to the dark side? And the answer is, when I sense the dark side, I can tell its moves much ahead of time. Sensitivity, sensitivity, sensitivity is the key for success. By sensing others and understanding how to put them in the right place, how to face them, how to interact with them. And this is the gift that people of Pisces have. Use it. This is the gift that we have during the month of Pisces. Loving the other person as I love myself. How do you know how to do that? You have to sense that person. Acquire that quality. Or this is the month that we can either acquire the quality or improve, upgrade the quality of sensitivity. Then we can be happy. Have a great month.